Welcome back to day 4 of our Myrtle Beach vacation in South Carolina. Good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. Today is our adventure day. We have a lot planned for the day, but I am sitting on the balcony drinking my protein shake, and my husband came out to have a drink himself, and we are just taking in the view, watching the sun come up on this beautiful, gorgeous morning. We're waiting for our best friends, Roy and Rachel, to wake up and get dressed and ready for the day. We have a zoo that we are going to. It's not really a zoo, it's more like Alligator Adventures. They have a lot of animals. There's me drinking my Premier protein shake. I still have to keep on my protein diet even though I'm on vacation, and my husband, I don't know, he's goofy. He drinks pop for breakfast. I don't know why. Then my best friend made me some coffee this morning and it was delicious. But we all got dressed and ready, and after everybody was put together, then we were heading out for our adventure for the day. So we arrived at the Alligator Adventures, and the first thing that we saw was some alligators and a big old turtle. When we were entering into Alligator Adventures, we actually saw some turtles just fishing or swimming around. There's an alligator there. This place is full of them. Stay tuned for all my reels on the Alligator Adventure. I have a lot of video of our time here, and we did get to see a show. Welcome back to day 4 of our Myrtle Beach vacation. We are at Alligator Adventures, and we are continuing with our journey through the adventures. These are some alligators that we saw along the way. There were so many different animals, but there were more alligators than anything. But we did see different kinds of birds and even more alligators as we were walking along through. This is a really cute place to visit when you're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's called Alligator Adventures. So we are strolling through different parts of like this zoo, but it's got a lot of alligators in different areas. But along the way we were seeing turtles, fish, we were seeing like bobcats. At some point we saw monkeys. There's our best friend Roy, he's walking ahead of us, and then my best friend Rachel. We really are enjoying our day and our adventure. There's an albino alligator. It was really weird seeing that, but they have to keep it in the shade because it is albino. There were a few alligators that didn't have a tail, and some distinctive other animals. There's some turtles mixed in with the alligators. It was funny looking at the turtle sitting on top of the alligator. I thought they made best friends, and I guess that the alligator... Hey friends, welcome back to day 4 of our Myrtle Beach vacation and continuing at the Alligator Adventures. We are continuing our adventure at the Alligator Adventures, and we are walking along different sides of the boardwalk and looking at all the different types of alligators. We have seen so many different alligators. We even seen crocodiles, and we've seen some parrots, flamingos, these kind of birds, swans. There were so many different types of animals. We even got to see some reptiles, some snakes and stuff indoors, iguanas. This place is amazing. It's actually an outdoor zoo, and we absolutely love it. This is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's called Alligator Adventures. There's some lizards. I didn't like the snakes, but snakes are pets too, and they were enclosed. So there's one just hanging out. And we got to see some monkeys, and flamingos were one of my favorites, and I love ducks too. There's the pink flamingos, they're one of my favorites. Then we went to an alligator show, and at the end of the show, Roy and myself petted the baby alligator. Yes, they had the mouth taped up so it couldn't bite us. My best friend Rachel and my husband decided to pass on petting the alligator, so me and Roy were the bravest ones to pet this alligator. This is the alligator that we ended up petting at the end, and it was pretty. Hey friends, welcome back to day 4 of our Myrtle Beach vacation. This is me and my best friend Roy petting the baby alligator. This is one of the bobcats that we seen along the way, and we seen a wolf. We seen some other animals, some snakes, some other reptiles along our journey here. We really had a great day at the Alligator Adventure. We did see a few different shows. Catch the next reel on the alligator feeding show. That was the most fun. This is a bear that we saw. We actually saw tigers. This is a really cool outdoor zoo, but it has a lot of alligators, turtles, and frogs and other reptiles here, including birds. This was so cute. Hey friends, welcome back to our Alligator Adventures on day 4 of our Myrtle Beach vacation in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We are at the outdoor zoo called Alligator Adventures, and this is a show we decided to go see, and it's feeding the alligators. So this lady that is on the microphone is talking to us about the alligators and that they know it's time for feeding. You see them, she's actually feeding them chicken, and there's a big alligator that comes up last, but I cannot believe how high these alligators can jump for their food. They know it's feeding time when they start to swim in towards where she stands to feed them, and she just drops them in. Look how huge that alligator is. We were just really astonished and shocked when we were watching how these alligators literally jump up out of the water to grab the chicken. Some of them just get tossed the chicken and they all gather up in a group and try to fight for the food, and then some of them aren't very hungry and they just kind of stay back, but most of them just know that it's the time of the day that they are getting fed. And here you see one alligator running after his food. She's just tossing them out to all the alligators. Some of the alligators have names, and I thought that was pretty cool. This show was so amazing, and this just added to our adventure at Alligator Adventures. We also saw some birds and reptiles along the way, and we did get to pet a baby alligator. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. We are continuing with the alligator feeding show in fast mode because there was so much to see and so much to watch. This show was probably about a good 15-20 minute show. She talked about the alligators and how they know when it's feeding time, and also she even pointed out the names of certain alligators. There were so many that were waiting for feeding time. They know what time it is because you see them strolling along towards to where she stood, and she's feeding them chicken. We thought it was a really good show. She talked about all the different wildlife as well as these alligators, and information about the alligators and what they eat, what they like, when they eat and when they don't eat. But the unique thing is watching how they jumped up to grab the chicken. There was one big huge alligator. He had a hard time jumping up, but in the end he ended up jumping up to grab the food. But these alligators are swarming all over. They are some hungry alligators. I would not want to be her feeding the alligators. And there's the big piece of chicken she's trying to feed the older alligator that had a hard time jumping up, but he just kind of sat there. But she knew she was going to throw it out. The other alligators were going to try to get it, and then he wouldn't be able to eat. I love that they have some names. But after the show, we continued on into the reptile and saw some monkeys, but we had a great day here. Welcome back to day 4 of our Myrtle Beach vacation. Now we are heading on to the trolley to head down to the Barefoot Princess Dinner Cruise boat ride. So we are on the trolley, and it takes us down to where we board the boat. It's a paddle wheel boat, and there's my friend's daughter Caitlin. My best friend Roy and Rachel are with us. We are going to relax this evening and enjoy a ride on this paddle wheel boat called the Barefoot Princess and Barefoot Landing in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We absolutely love being down in Barefoot Landing. There's so much to see and do, and we chose to go on a boat ride. And here we are getting ready to board for our dinner cruise. It's about a 2-hour long boat ride, and it includes dinner and dessert and drinks. And we are getting ready to load up and find our seats. They already have our seats picked out. It's a beautiful boat, and it's very relaxing. And as you're riding the boat, you get to see a lot of scenery along the side of the river. And here we are taking some photos and videos along the way while we were waiting for them to set up for our dinner. And they even had a DJ on the boat. You can even dance or just sit and listen to the music, or even stand out here. There's some boaters and jet skiers that were going alongside of us along the way too. And they also did a tour, like a guide tour while we were on the boat. This was Welcome back to day 4 of our Myrtle Beach vacation. We are continuing on the Barefoot Princess down the river, and we are just doing some videos and pictures and enjoying the relaxing boat ride while they were getting prepped and ready for our dinner. This is a dinner cruise in Barefoot Landing called the Barefoot Princess. It's about a 2-hour tour there and back. Along the way, we got to see some really nice houses and enjoy our dinner. Then after that, we went back to our hotel to relax. We went down to the beach. I decided to collect some sand off the beach to bring home for a souvenir, and I collected it into a souvenir jar. I actually got 2 of it because I'm going to add some seashells in there that we collected. We went down to the beach with my best friend Rachel's daughter, Caitlin, and was collecting seashells while her and Roy were getting ready to head down to the boardwalk with us in a little bit. They just wanted to get showered and get their showers out of the way. Then they met us down on the beach. So we were watching the sun go down. It's beautiful watching the sunset over the ocean. This is me and my husband and Caitlin in the background collecting some seashells. After we were done collecting the seashells, we took them back up to the room, and then we walked along the beach and actually walked all the way down to the boardwalk, catch the reel on our adventure on the boardwalk in the evening. Look how beautiful the moon was over the ocean on the boardwalk.